Welcome to Quebec. Oh my gosh, this is not the video that I wanted to share with you guys today. I wanted to share with you guys my harvest and the bounty of this year. But I got really sick and things happened, unfortunately, so that video is still in the works. But in the meantime, I got a lot of stuff done and a lot of stuff happened, so I'm about to get real with you guys in this video. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, if I'm gonna cry or not. Stay tuned. Good morning. Oh, you're like, I'm not getting out of bed this morning. And I came out later today. Look at you. Good boy. You wanna go outside? Oh. Look who decided to get up. Yeah, good boy. You're such a good boy. Wanna go outside? Come on. Go outside. Oh, yes. First snow of the season. Like deep snow. I'm gonna call my horses in and then tell you guys what's been going on. They don't like it when it's all snowy out there in that pasture, so I like to bring them in and give them a little break so they can eat inside, and Copper really appreciates it. Ice blocks under their feet. Holy. So my horse doesn't have winter shoes on yet, and so usually with winter shoes there's a pad under the hoof, in between the hoof and the horseshoe, and it prevents those ice blocks of happening. And I usually bring him in because of that when it snows, but we got loaded on, like I didn't know it was gonna snow like this, so poor guy. I have to take those off. Now that I got that all done, let's chit chat. As you guys saw in my community post, I mentioned that I was pretty ill. I was sick, and the kids actually got the chicken pox first, and so they were out of school for a full week, and then they got the cold, one after another. So I was literally taking care of my kids that were sick for like 2 weeks, and then I got sick. But it hit me a little harder. I was glued to my bed for like a full week. Then I had difficulty breathing, and turns out I was having anxiety attacks. I was trying to catch my breath. I have too much going on here, and it just caught up to me. It's so weird how your body, you have to listen to your body at all times, right? So why am I so anxious? Well, I'll get to that in a little while. I'm just gonna catch you guys up on what I did on the homestead before I get into the details of why I'm having this anxiety. But first off, I closed out the gardens and I planted my garlic. We're planting garlic today, and guess what? Not in the snow, so that's really cool. I'm getting everything ready, this bed ready to get the garlic in, and we're gonna get the greenhouse plastic off because I finally decided to take it off. It's not a very safe thing to leave it on with all the snow load and the wind, so that's what I decided to do. This is what I love about planting in a bed that potatoes were in. The soil is so decompacted that I can literally just come in here and dig in with my fingers to put the garlic. Always pointed up. Here we go. Just like that. Love it. Boop. It's amazing. I'm really excited of how my soil turned out this year. I hardly even had to do anything to it before just plopping in my garlic cloves, so that was really awesome. And I've been posting a lot on TikTok these days, and I've been reusing my old footage because I literally had no voice while I was sick, so I was unable. Oops. Okay, I had to take care of an email. Hi, puppy. Hi. You're such a good boy. Yeah, yes you are. All right, and then what happened was I pulled a muscle. I was coughing so much, and then it just sort of, I lost my voice. And so I've been posting a lot on TikTok. Hey, yeah, you want to be petted? And I gained a good amount of following on there in a short amount of time, and that was really awesome. And I found a whole bunch of people that think that broad forking is tilling, and I found the no-till police. It was pretty funny. So I've been bantering back and forth in the comments and taking advantage of that time that I didn't have a voice to respond to comments and stuff like that. So I still have a little bit of a sore throat and cough, but it's getting better. I'm on the mend. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year I posted a video on the unfinished projects and how I thought it was like so overwhelming and it's impossible to get like everything done on your list that you wanted. And a little update on that, I still have a hole in my bathroom wall, so I have a curtain. We still hear everybody's business. And it's pretty funny when I have people over. I'm like, okay, don't worry about the curtain. Yeah, so that's still opened up. My spa, though, that was sitting there, like my hot tub that was sitting there for the past couple years, we finally got around to buying the equipment to plug it in. And then it snowed on us, and I don't have a cover because it blew away with the wind, so I just ordered one online. So we spent quite a bit of money on that. But I think for our health, mental health, and to stay busy, and for our soreness in our backs, because Ben has a really bad back. As you guys know, I feel like I'm keep on repeating myself, but I have to mention this a lot because a whole bunch of people in my comments are like, hey, Mallory, why don't you just do this and that? Oh, and why isn't that done? Because it's such an easy task. It's not an easy task for us. So I feel like I do have to remind my viewers a lot that we are not running on full capacity. And things are a little bit more challenging for us, especially now with the snow coming. When Ben has to go blow the snow for a couple hours, he is done for the whole day. He cannot do anything else than that. So, and it snows a lot here. So we have a whole bunch of days where we can't really do anything. Anyways, so coming back to the hot tub, we're probably gonna have to buy ourselves like a blower, like a heat gun that can melt all the snow where we're gonna have to put it, because right now it's just I'm probably gonna have to even bring it into the garage to let it all thaw out and make sure that nothing is broken and set it up. So it'll be a little while, but that'll be really awesome to have. Day in alive. We're gonna get that spa And we're gonna put it on here so we can bring it back in the garage so we can fix it and install it. We haven't been able to go out with the mill to mill for the greenhouse that we're gonna build next spring yet because I've been so sick, and Ben has had to step up and take care of pretty much everything that's been going on while I was glued to my bed. I went around and I picked up everything on the Homestead so that Ben wouldn't go over it with the snowblower either. And I had to fix a few fences before winter because a whole bunch of fencing was down and I didn't want my horses to escape. Which comes to the bigger problem that we have here, which is the horses. One thing that we realized having the horses at my property is that the pastures are just so overrun and acidic that I would have to completely turn all the soil and reseed everything, put a good amount of fertilizer in there, and even then the bad stuff is going to pop up because it's just so overrun, and it was turning back into forest. And what I didn't know is that horses and highly acidic soils and really black rich soil that we have here in the pastures is really not good for their horses, and they contracted the white line disease, which is a fungal infection that they have in the hoof. And I have been battling this, and I've been having abscess over abscess over abscess, and I'm at a point where copper is okay now. Oh, yeah, that felt good. And so he is practically healed. I keep him with horseshoes on, and Gringo right now is at a point where when he was getting better, Gringo was getting a lot worse, and there's not enough hoof to put a shoe on. And in the wintertime, it's really good because the snow is nice and fresh and clean, and they don't have the contact with the soil. So that's a good time for them to heal, but it takes so much energy. I'm actually looking to board my horses. And in the process of I found a really good place that's 20 minutes away, except for it's $275 per horse. And I did the mental calculation. And that's how much it costs me to have 2 horses at home a month, pretty much, with the feed and everything, the hay. Well, during the winter time, of course. That's how much it cost me to have 2 horses. The reason why I'm looking into boarding my horses is because I don't feel like I am taking advantage of my horse's good years that he still has left. He's got a whole bunch of good years left in him. And I'm not taking advantage of this time that I have to bond with my horse, because all I do here at the homestead is fix fencing, pick up the manure, I garden a lot, I process food, I have to renovate my house and these buildings because they are just falling apart. And when all that is said and done, I go see my horse, I pet him, I brush him. But in the end, I don't ride him, and riding is a big therapy of mine, and it takes off a load of anxiety. So, turns out, I have been asking Ben to do a lot more than he should with the horses because they are mine. But he loves me so much that he goes out with a tractor. He'll go blow the snow. He'll go pick up the round bale. He'll go feed them. I have a hard time with that while I'm taking care of the kids. And when it comes down to it, Ben has a hard time taking care of the kids while I'm, like, if I were to do that too. So he's the one that always ends up doing it. And it's a big load for him. And with the plans of the future that we want here, with building the greenhouse, possibly having a sugar bush to do maple syrup, and then we added the bees this summer, it's just a lot. I have a few people that are interested in adopting Gringo, my black horse, which makes me extremely sad. I don't feel like I can trust somebody if I would sell my horse, because he's really old. He's 21 years old. He's got arthritis. He's got white line disease in his hoof. He still has some time to recover from that. But if I were to sell my horse, he would probably be worth like $500 or something like that. And people here will literally buy horses for $500 and bring him to the slaughterhouse, and I don't want that for him. And the truth is that people that want to buy a horse for $500 don't usually have the money to to provide that sort of comfort for the horse. So yeah, if I'm not able to rehome Gringo, it's gonna be really hard for me to decide what to do with him, because he is getting old, and I do not want him to end up in a place where they're like, oh, this is too much and we're just gonna bring him to the slaughterhouse. I do not want that. So I'd rather him leave with dignity than to end up in one of those places. So I'm really trying to find somewhere to place him, because I can't keep both. And I have to take advantage of the time that I have with Copper, because he's still a great horse and he's got many years in him left. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. And then, November and December are really hard months for us because Ben's accident in Afghanistan. Thank you. Thank you, puppy. I love you so much. Ben's accident in Afghanistan happened at Christmas time. So, we always grieve the loss of his fellow brothers in arms. And it's a really hard period of the year for us. So we need to take a load off. And I think it's going to be the best decision to put them somewhere else than at home. So yeah, we're pretty much trying to diminish the work in the wintertime that we have here with the animals. So it's going to be more of a plant-based homestead with maple syrup, bees, and logging. We're going to do some winter logging. So that's the bright side, is that we're going to take a load off and I'm going to be able to take advantage of my horse properly. My kids will be able to ride them in a safe spot, in a safe environment, in an arena, because there's a lady over there, the owner, she gives riding lessons and stuff, and she said that she could use Copper with the kids. So in all, it's going to be a great transition. So yeah, it's not all sad. It's just for Gringo. I need to figure it out. And I have all the hay. We can still take care of them for all winter. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but I still have some time to prepare and to try to find him a good spot. If I don't find a good spot, that's where it's going to be really tricky. So yeah, so that's what's been going on with us. It's not the video that I wanted to post, but I have to, because I wasn't able to get my harvest video out, which that harvest video, once I get it out, I'm going to premiere it, and I'm going to be there in the chat with you guys, and I'm going to try to advertise it as much as I can on all my social media accounts. So yeah, whew, that took a load off. It sucks because you sort of feel like a failure, but like at the same time, I've had my horses at home with us since my first homestead. And Copper's been in my family forever, since he's 3 years old, and now he's like 18. So there's no way I'm gonna get rid of my baby. Gringo, I've had him for 2 years now, and I bought him pretty much to have a safe horse to accompany my horse, which I feel like he could do the same job for somebody else. So if you guys know a good family, let me know. I want to be able to go see him too, make sure that he's well taken care of. And if something does happen, well, I'll be able to step in and take him and get back and help find a new family for him, so that I can always be in contact with him. Because he's given so much, he's a good horse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up some money, and I'm going to buy a horse trailer. And I'll be able to bring him back for rides at home and get him used to coming back here slowly, in the summertime, to have him graze on pastures and just have him visit the farm from time to time. But I really want to buy a horse trailer, just like a cheap one. So, and then we'll be able to go riding everywhere. And that will be awesome, because I really, truly miss riding with people. I am always riding by myself, and my kids are too young. before having my horses back home, I'm definitely going to rethink everything and make sure that I am good and capable and my infrastructures are on the spot before having them back home. A lot of people do this mistake and they're like, oh, I have my animals, I have my farm, I'm gonna do this and we're gonna bring the animals home, and they usually do it too soon. So I'm thinking, do it nice or do it twice. And I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do the mistake of doing it twice again. I feel like I'm leaving stuff out, but I have to get this video out and share with you guys. I feel like I want to document this, you know, and share it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas time and Thanksgiving, and I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Okay.